How did Rodman grab rebounds? One jump, two jumps, then a third. His rebounding style was completely different. Most players only jumped once, but Rodman could explode off the floor 3 straight times. Even though he stood just 2.01 meters tall, he still averaged 18.7 rebounds in a single season. And during the era dominated by the 4 elite centers, he somehow ripped away 7 rebounding titles. People always wondered how a forward could rebound at such an insane level. The answer might actually be hidden in his scouting report. Barefoot height, 2.01 meters. Wingspan, 2.18 meters. Weight, 95 kilograms. Standing reach, 2.74 meters. His physical tools were elite. His wingspan stretched 17 centimeters beyond his height. That advantage was the key reason he controlled rebound battles. As for athleticism, Rodman recorded an 83-centimeter vertical leap with a 100-centimeter running jump. His three-quarter court sprint time was 3.2 seconds. His speed and explosiveness were absolutely top tier. In terms of strength, he could bench press 84 kilograms for 14 reps. His lower body and core strength were incredibly solid. As for his strengths, scouts mainly highlighted 3 things. First, elite rebounding ability. During college, he won the rebounding title twice. He also had an unbelievable instinct for rebounds, able to predict where the ball would land based on opponents' shooting habits. On top of that, his second jump was ridiculously quick. His ability to leap repeatedly was far beyond most players in his class. Even against taller opponents, he could still beat them to the ball. Second, outstanding defense. At 2.01 meters tall with a massive 2.18 meter wingspan, he covered an enormous amount of space defensively. He could rotate from the perimeter to the paint instantly and guard multiple positions at a high level. Third, elite strength and endurance. Not only did he have the strength for physical battles and boxouts, he could also maintain intense defensive pressure for long stretches. But his weaknesses were just as obvious. First was his size limitation. At 2.01 meters, he wasn't considered tall for a power forward. Back then, the league was dominated by traditional big men. Against massive interior players over 2.10 meters tall, he often found himself at a disadvantage. Second was his limited scoring ability. Most of Rodman's athletic gifts were focused on rebounding and defense. His offensive game was fairly limited and lacked reliable self-creation. Third was his limited upside. Rodman entered the draft at 25 years old, making him an older rookie. His body and playing style were already mostly developed, so scouts believed his room for growth was limited. Overall, Rodman's talent didn't really stand out among his draft class, and that year's draft was packed with dominant big men and gifted scorers. With clear offensive flaws, Rodman barely drew much attention. In the end, he fell to the second round, selected 27th overall by the Detroit Pistons. After arriving in Detroit, Rodman met the most important mentor of his career, head coach Chuck Daly. Daly not only gave him constant support and confidence, he also built a development plan specifically around him. He told Rodman to focus entirely on rebounding and defense, instead of forcing him into a traditional low-post offense. That decision maximized Rodman's strengths, while cleverly hiding his offensive weaknesses. Whenever critics claimed Rodman could only rebound and had no offensive game, Daly